Hello, this is Olga Jevtich. I'm Miss Virginia Senior America 2003. This is Fashion Notes. Welcome. As you can see around me, it's like a candy land. And you can, I don't think I'm sure everybody will have a difficult time to pick it up. But let me say something else. As you know, the winter was very, very harsh, and suddenly almost summer came without almost spring. So what we are going to wear to look still fashionable and not too, sweaty? And so I also have a few suggestions. The colors, I think if you can pick lighter colors, also nothing too tight, nothing, dark color, you feel much more hot than in, let's say, wearing white. Jewelry, I'm talking about jewelry, but in the summer is not really the best time to wear like a metal jewelry. This is probably something, in different colors are okay, but metal jewelry really bring this, heat more to your body. Sandals are everywhere, and they come in many different colors and different designs. So they're a market full of sandals. I think they're very nice to wear in the summer. So I'm sure this is just to remind you that you can still look fashionable and in the hot and sweaty weather with just a few little differences of wearing it. But now, as you can see, Candy Land is, and my guest is Rita Hankins. I met Rita at the craft show, and I think it's a good idea if you attend some of the craft shows in our area. There are so many interesting artists and designers, so you can buy here. Welcome, Rita, to the show. And in front of us, as you can see, there are different things that she's making. We are going to learn more about her design and what kind of stones she's using. Rita, this is really nice. If I have to pick one, I don't know which one I'll pick. They're all different and they're all wonderful. And she said all these little beads she's doing is by herself. For example, this is very pretty. What kind of, welcome to the shop, first of all. Tell us, there are so many things around us in different styles and different colors and different materials. Are those Swarovski crystals?
Yes, they
are.
are.
Oh, I guessed it right.
Yes, they are. They're Swarovski crystals. I do this bracelet in a number of different colors.
They come in different colors.
Yes, yes. And they fit on your wrist.
Yeah, look very comfortable.
And it's got a magnetic clasp so that it comes together easy.
Easy. Oh, yeah. We want everything to be very easy.
Right.
Definitely.
Right.
Uh-huh. How did you start your business? Did you make something first for yourself, and then, you people say, oh, wow, I love your jewelry. Where did you buy it? I would love to have it.
Well, I got into it purely by accident. I had a necklace that broke, and I went to a bead store, and I didn't want to spend a lot of money getting it restrung because I didn't spend a lot of money for the necklace, but I liked it.
Yeah.
So I asked if they had anybody who could string it for me, and they said yes, they did, and it would cost $30, or they could show me how to do it, and it would cost $2.50.
Oh, that's good.
So I said, show me. So they showed me.
Uh-huh.
And I thought, well, that was kind of pretty easy. So I took a class, and then I took another class.
And in the same place where they show you how to do it?
My first couple of classes were there, and then I saw there are a lot of other bead stores around the area.
They are offering classes. Uh-huh.
And so I've taken a number of classes at different bead stores. And I also get a number of the magazines, and when I see something I like in there, they have the directions of how to make things, and I
like for knitting, how to do the same thing is for jewelry, isn't that right?
Right.
Oh, okay. And how long it took you from, let's say, when you figure out that you can make, to have like a show? How many pieces usually you have to have it, enough to, to do the show?
Well, I never think I have enough, but I've never run out either. So I started out doing it, just making things that I liked, stringing beads, and giving them as gifts to my mother and to friends.
Yeah,
There's
family,
only
friends.
so many that you can give to people. And after that, I still enjoyed making, so I had to start selling it. And I've done, for about 3 years now, I've done some craft shows. I've done some home shows. Also, people have come over who have a new outfit that they want something to go with.
Like the custom. If they said I would like, this one, but in different color, you can do
Right.
it.
Sometimes you can. Sometimes, for instance, like these beads, that's the way they are.
There is
I couldn't
no other
do
colors.
those no, but I could get
the
something.
name? This was an interesting name you told me earlier.
It's called kiwi quartz because it's got kind of a green tint to it.
Oh, kiwi quartz.
Right. But the things that I make out of seed beads, for instance, this necklace or the bracelet that I'm wearing, or like this, I made this bead and then made the necklace to go with it.
But this is kind of convertible. You can put any length you want to. Is that right?
Right. You can wear it long that way.
Because this is a one long piece, and
Right.
you put it through it, and then you can be a shorter or longer.
Right.
Is
It's
that
like
right?
a lariat.
I see. Oh, you have a loop.
Right. There's a loop
And
to
then
put
you
that
put
in.
through the loop,
Right.
so you can. So let's see, so they can really see good like that. I see the loop, and then
Right.
you go through it, and you make it longer or shorter.
Right.
This is very interesting.
So there are a lot of things, especially the things with the seed beads and the crystals, that I can make in any color. I can also look for things.
And where do you usually buy your, is this something, locally that you can get, or you have to look online, or?
Well, the seed beads and the delica beads, that's what these are, delica beads, which are little tubes. I do order those online. The crystals, I order those online. But for beads, actual beads themselves, like those, I prefer to see them and touch them and judge if that's what I really want.
I want to tell us about these necklaces. They have an interesting
yes, I saw
origin,
this,
actually.
I saw this at a show. People were selling these beads, and I admired them. And they explained to me that they're all made out of natural things. These here are sawdust, and somehow it's compressed together, and they make the bead. They compress it. This is a slice of, I think they said it's a slice of a bamboo, and they somehow compress it and laminate it and make them beads.
Wow.
And so it's just kind of interesting and fun. They had some pendants as well that I've made things with too, that have banana leaves.
You put together with the black beads.
Right, I put it together with black onyx.
Oh, black onyx. Oh, I see. So, do you work with the pearls?
I do. I have some.
I
some
think
pearls.
you have one.
Here's some pearls and crystals. It's I do these in a number of different colors. There's a gray one there as well. Pearl and crystal necklace, which is kind of a choker, like about the length.
You have one with the pink there, pink,
right.
white pearls and pink. What
No,
kind
they're
of
all
stone?
pink. Well, it does have white pearls. Yeah, it's
White?
just a twisted necklace.
What kind of pink beads are those?
Rose quartz
Rose quartz.
and pearls.
I see. So do you wear it twisted, or you can untwist it and wear, or this is the way how it is?
It's twisted, right?
What about the clasp? I was interested, to see how you use different clasp.
Well, I try whenever possible to do with a chain, to make include a chain with the clasp so that you can make it shorter or longer.
Yeah, to be adjustable.
You can wear whatever
actually.
length you want it to be. Sometimes it's not. I also have started now, as I'm getting older, working with larger clasps, because everybody having a harder time with the small class.
Oh, yeah.
So I work with larger pieces, larger chains.
So it's much easier to put it on.
Exactly.
So the clasps come in, different sizes and different. For example, you have here something. How do you describe this clasp? This is also, and you have some piece of metal hanging, silver.
Well, this is a lobster claw.
Lobster claw.
Lobster
But this
claw
is the
clasp.
large one. The usual lobster claw is so difficult to put on.
Well,
I have
that's
few
why
pieces myself.
That's why I use
and
the
I
large
never
ones.
use it because it's so difficult to put on. But this is really nice to have a
Exactly.
larger size.
That's why
and
I get
this
the
kind,
large
you say kiwi?
Mm-hmm.
Kiwi, how the quartz?
Kiwi quartz.
Quartz. And you combine with black onyx and sterling silver.
Right.
I see. Is it difficult to work with the sterling?
No.
If you know how, of course. Everything, if you know how, it's not difficult. What is your favorite stone to work with?
I don't know. I think I've gotten more interested in working with the crystals and the seed beads and doing more of the bead weaving, they call it. There are a number of different stitches that you can do. And I kind of like that more because, as we were discussing earlier, you said so much jewelry comes from overseas and it's very inexpensive. So the seed beads and the bead weaving is a bit more of a craft and more of an art involved in it than simply stringing.
And it's probably so time consuming. And you said that this little link, it takes you 2 hours, one link to make.
Right, I made all of these little links.
So how many links you have? So you figure out, how many do you need for a necklaces? It's so much, time consuming.
Right.
And you cannot justify really,
No.
your labor.
Now,
Plus, of course, the material that you are searching everywhere. It's
right. I don't see myself getting rich making jewelry, but I enjoy it very much.
Of course, it's a fun, and
I
also
enjoy it.
when you see somebody's wearing you things, I'm sure it's such a satisfaction to
Oh,
see
yes.
it when somebody is wearing. And you do the custom work too.
Right.
If somebody said, I would like this in different colors, you can do it.
Absolutely, or different lengths. I've done bracelets and necklaces for people in different lengths because they're smaller or larger than the average size that I try to make. I mean, I make things that fit me because I wear them. I wear my jewelry as well.
Absolutely. This is the best example to wear it. And do you do, for example, in a bridal party
I have done that.
Bride, would like to, for her gown to have a shorter or longer, depend on her neckline, of course.
Well, I haven't done for a bride herself, but I have a friend who got married, and I made bracelets for her maid and matron of honor, and made earrings for the rest of the bridal party, and made it the color of the bridesmaids' dresses.
So you have to think about, the design, how it's going to put it. You have to buy, for example, for earrings, different fittings, which you cannot make it. You probably buy it,
Well, you can, but I don't. Now, see, there are a lot of different things that you can do with jewelry and making jewelry. A lot of people like to bend wire and wrap wire around stones. That's not my thing. I like the
to be set more.
I like the I like either the stringing or the bead weaving. I prefer that.
So they
for
can
me.
really be.
Other people work with glass. They make glass pendants and things. This is a bead that I bought at a bead auction. I belong to the Northern Virginia Bead Society, and they have an auction every year. As a matter of fact, it's tonight.
Oh, good luck.
And I bought this bead, and I had it for like 2 years before I finally decided what I wanted to do with it, how I wanted to string it.
Do you usually have something in mind before you go to buy, or you already, whatever you buy, whatever you find, or whatever you buy, you then think how to put together? How does it work out?
Probably that way. When I see something
because
that
you don't
I
know
admire.
what you are going to find on the market.
Exactly. Well, one of the first classes I took, I asked other people in the class. I said, do you buy beads for a certain project, or do you just buy beads and wait and see what you're going to do with them? They said, oh, don't you know? And I said, no, what? And they said, whoever dies with the most beads wins. And I said, what? So they just, you know, end up, I have a room at my house that's my bead room. And
do you have display all these beads? Because, you know, some people are very visual. They would like to see everything, and then they get the idea how to put all this together. Or they are in the back. How do you keep all these beads? I'm sure, you know, they have to be in the, you know, some boxes that you can see, and, you know, then figure out what you're going to do with.
Well, I've bought some of those cabinets that you get, you know, either at the hardware store or at the office supply store, and some of them have very small drawers, and I have things in those, and I pull them out and, you know, look. And I have a box with little sections in it for pendants that I've admired and ended up buying and dragging home.
When you had no idea what to do with it.
Right. And so then, you know, I decide, well, I want to do something with that, and then I look and see what I've got and try to put something together.
When you are most creative, in the morning or in the evening, or whenever it is quiet, you know, is it quiet, or do you like to have a music put on?
Well, I usually have the TV on, and I work with, you know, in front of the TV. I mean, it's just company. And I work whenever I can, really. I don't.
You don't have
a
favorite time of the day when
Not
you
really.
know when you are most creative.
Not really. I work a lot at night.
So you must have a wonderful light, you know, very strong lamp to see what you are doing, especially when you do with all these, you know, the small beads to put them together, and there is very easy to make mistake, you know, with working with the small beads.
I do. I have a very good light.
So perfectly, you know,
I
together.
had bought this light years ago when I used to do needlepoint, and used this light for that. And then I saw people working with beads using the same kind of light, so I already had my light.
Do you still do needlepoint?
I haven't since I started doing beading.
Yeah, you cannot do everything, of course. Yeah.
Right, because I'd rather spend my time.
Do your eyes get tired, you know, just, you know, doing all this? It must be, you know, a strain on your eyes in doing with such a small object.
Not really. At least I haven't noticed that.
Well,
the hardest thing is I get going on something and I sit still so long that when I get up I can hardly move because I've been sitting
for a long
in the
time.
same position. So I have to remind myself to get up and walk around a little bit.
Do you find yourself in position, for example, if you start doing something and then you don't know what to do, and then you go to something else till you have idea how to finish the project?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. When my mother comes to visit, she always is just amazed at all the stuff I have going at one time.
Oh, so you have several things.
Oh, yes. And some other beaders have told me that what they do is they use paper plates and they put something unfinished in a paper plate, and then they have them stacked up, you know, so then they can go back to them easily and have all the components that they're working with.
Absolutely. And sometimes, you know, you said, well, I don't know how to finish this piece. Let me settle down.
Right.
Maybe I'll have another idea, you know, later on, and you start something else. Yes, same as with the knitting, you know, also people do that, you know, or reading different books at the same time, and you know, stop and do some, you know, other book and third book, and then you finish, you know, whenever. But this is so interesting, and because I like mixing all these materials that you do. For example, this black onyx and silver beads. This is absolutely fascinating to me. Yes,
this is a long necklace.
But there are different materials that you are using, and different beads.
That's right.
And silver.
Silver, and then these with their.
What kind of stone is, for example, that what you're just holding?
That's not a stone. It's actually. I don't know, I guess it's some kind of cork or something wrapped in fabric.
Oh, fabric.
And I bought that. I didn't make that bead.
But you put them together, you know.
Right.
And also you have a
silver.
This is silver pearl. And you can, for example, if somebody said it would like this style, can you do it in different colors and different version, like shorter or longer version?
Sure.
So you see how much talent we have here. So you really can have anything you like. Is this the bracelet here that I see on the
This one?
Yes.
Now this I took at a class, and the teacher called it a Davita's Dream because it kind of looks like a David Yurman style bracelet with the twisted cable and the stones. These are crystals, Swarovski crystals on the end.
So it's supposed to be kind of open like that, when
yes,
you put it on?
It's like a bangle bracelet.
Oh, and you can twist it
and you can
to
just
fit
pinch
you.
it.
Pinch it to fit you well. And you can do it with different crystals, aren't you?
Right. And I can also do them, I've done it all in gold.
Or all silver.
Or all silver.
So does it come like a wire, like this, a wire?
Well, what you do is you make each one of the little pieces, you put the stone in it. And then you make this. You make the twisted.
Oh.
And then you put a wire through it, and you hook the wire through this as well. And you sew it on.
This is so clever, and this must be time-consuming because I see so many little beads that you have to,
It takes quite a while.
Oh, I can see. What's your favorite bead to do with?
I don't know. There's so many. This one is one that I learned. I also did
like
a class.
Like children, you don't have a pay favorite.
Right, right. This one took a very, very long time. This is the only one, and I think this is mine because I don't think anybody will pay enough to make me make another one. But if anybody wanted to, I would be happy to do it. This took literally months to make because this is all individual beads that were sewn on there. Wow. And then I made these too.
This is wonderful for 4th of July, to wear. The colors, patriotic colors, are very pretty and interesting. Yeah, it is. Just interesting how you do it. Is this turquoise?
No. This is called. Look at it. It's Amazonite.
Amazonite.
At least these are. This is a quartz, but it goes with it.
So the quartz come actually in many colors, does it?
Right.
It's a variety of colors?
Right. Plus they dye quartz too. So sometimes quartz is dyed. I try to get natural quartz.
Is this natural or dyed?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but I bought it because of the color. I thought it was a nice color.
Yeah, it is a nice color, and also, you put some
with the sterling silver.
Sterling silver. Yeah, it will not tarnish.
No, I have had some of the silver does tarnish, but I also try to get the kind of silver that's not going to tarnish.
Not tarnished. And how do you clean? How do you take care of jewelry? What would you tell your clients? How to take care of jewelry? Is there anything how to put them, to store them? And then how to, I hear that you cannot use like a plastic bag to put.
No.
Not plastic bag.
No, it's better.
They have to breathe?
It's better if they're if you can lay them down, or you can hang them up too.
And how to take care, for example, if they have a little makeup on, or how do you clean it?
Just wipe it with a cloth, with a soft
But not
cloth.
to use any harsh cleaner.
Oh, no. But as far as the silver goes, they have the little cloths that you can...
Yeah, like a silver cloth.
Right, that you can shine silver, and that works well.
So how to take care of it. And how do you put them in the store? Do you have like a cloth, special cloth that you can put, to layer them in the drawer?
I have seen that, yes. I mean, there's all kinds of things. And I know, like, even at the Container Store, they have these little boxes that stack on top of each other that you can store your jewelry in.
And, is there like from perspiration, anything, so every time after you use it, you probably should be, clean with the clean, soft cloth.
Right, just to wipe it off.
Uh-huh. I know, for pearls, they have, this how you should take care, but I'm sure other stones also needs a little care, and it would last forever.
They're pretty hardy. Most of them are pretty hardy.
Uh-huh. Okay, so what did you say is your favorite? This green one? This color is very pretty. The green color. It's like a...
This bracelet is one of the newer things that I've made. It's I saw this in a magazine and saw the instructions for it in a magazine in different colors.
Is it different, that you do it something for the summer and different to one that you do it, for fall and winter, like a darker colors?
Well, yeah, I think the difference is colors.
Colors.
You go lighter, like the turquoises and the light greens and the whites for summer. Of course, people wear black and white all the time.
Well, we are running out of time, and I just would like to thank you, Terry, for coming, and I hope you tune in next time. This is Olga Jevtich referring for Fashion Notes, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you, Terry, for coming and showing us all this candy that we all love. Who doesn't like beautiful jewelry? And every woman will, and I hope you attend lots of craft shows in our area and find jewelry and crafts of any kind. You don't have to go anywhere. It's absolutely everything is here. Is that right? And are you doing any shows in the near future?
Not until the fall.
The fall is usually, everybody's away and things like that. So in the fall, look for the craft show and look for the local artists. There are lots of talent here, as I always say, and you can find absolutely everything. If I have to pick anything, I don't know what I would pick. Everything is so unique and different and mostly one of a kind, is it?
Most of it is.
One of a kind. So if you wear one of her things, nobody else in the world will have it. So that makes it extra, extra special. Thank you.
Thank you.